like if you could wave a Harry Potter wand and create like a new system, world, or whatever around, like what are some things that you would have us doing? Like let's pretend like we have a lottery ticket, like a magic lottery ticket, and we won. We can do whatever we want with it. I'd love
Yeah.
to hear how you would redesign things.
This is a fun question. I think that, wow. First of all, I mean, we've already talked about the infrastructure. We're kind of moving away from that. I mean, Sweden is such a gold standard. I would love to kind of highlight them. They're doing a lot of waste to energy conversion. So what they do is, first of all, they have sortation bins set up within like 300 meters of every single residential household. So it's very easy for you to just put your things in there. But yeah, if we didn't have plastic, what would we use? I mean, glass and aluminum, for example, materials, as I said, are infinitely recyclable. You know, I would
Right.
reimagine systems, or even using paper. You know, why are we putting, I don't know, berries in plastic? Why don't we just put it in a paper bag? Or, you know, Europe is already doing that so beautifully. But Sweden is also doing this waste to energy conversion where they are using technologies like pyrolysis and gasification to basically take all the organic material, all the plastics and everything, and generating household heat and energy with it. It's also reducing the reliance on landfills. So, I mean,
Right.
that's on the management side of it. I kind of touched on as well as about the production side. I mean, simply just turning off the tap, that is like the fastest way that we can manage the problem. Stop using single-use plastics and trying to find alternatives
Right.
to it. I know that there are plastic alternative technologies being developed, things like using seaweed or other biodegradable material, sugar cane, for example. I think that's really fascinating. In the past, I think I was always a bit cautious because typically biodegradable materials historically were made with plastic in them, which wasn't disclosed. It's not a super standardized or regulated market yet. So often including them in traditional recycling waste streams really messes things up. But, you know, it's not a perfect solution yet, but I think that it's being developed, which is great. And I'd also love to create innovation by looking to our past. You know, we didn't always use plastic for packaging. We can consider bulk buying, for example. There's
Right.
fascinating technology like dehydrating solutions down into tablets for household cleaner, or laundry detergent into sheets. Right, so you just eliminate the need for packaging in general.
Right.
And it's thinking about how can we create and initiate system change, not just like an alternative package, but just how do we create systems where you mentioned like a return. Okay, and I'm even going to out myself, but I recently started a food delivery service. I've been vehemently against it, but I decided to finally do it because for many reasons. One, I just have ADHD. It's really hard for me to just like sit down and make myself a meal. It was
Right.
impacting my productivity. So I was like, okay, a few times a week I'm going to have something be delivered. But they're delivering. What's great is they deliver in these reusable bags with ice packs, which they take back every time you order something. But they
Okay.
don't take back the packaging, which is just like a PET container. And I've actually contacted them to be like, hey, would you consider putting it maybe like you said in glass, and then we just return it every time, and you put a deposit on so that if someone doesn't return it they end up paying for it, for example. But I think that would
Right.
be a really interesting kind of solution.